Goes for Rage Powder again. Does he not know Rage Powder doesn't work versus me? Like, he just saw it happen. I guess that's maybe if he wants the Sandy Shocks to wake up, but that's plus 2 Ice Beams at 2 KO. But I'm gonna get a shit ton of health back, so it doesn't matter. He rage quits! He rage quits! Oh, that's a great start to this. That's a great start to this team. What's up, everybody? Back with some more Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Regulation G VGC. Got a really cool team today. It's actually a team built around Solgaleo. It's another Mon that's actually going to be legal with Regulation G starting out and going forward. Haven't really used Solgaleo at all. Like I said, I haven't really... If you guys missed my last video, I haven't really played like restricted VGC at all up until now. So being able to play a lot of these legends, I think, is really, really cool, especially in like a legal format, which is going to be really cool going forward because I haven't really used them at all, and I haven't really played against them, so I don't really have much experience in both of those, so using a lot of this stuff is going to be really fun to use. With the weakness policy, kind of cool. Bunch of other stuff on this team. I'm going to kind of break this team down for you guys, and we're going to hop in some matches with this team. It's a team by Nyx, or Will. If you guys want to use the team, rental code up in the corner. I'll have a pokepaste somewhere down in the description, probably towards the bottom. If you guys want to use this team as well. At least for my VGC Regulation G teams, at least when I'm recording this, I'm kind of bulk recording for you guys, but at least when I'm recording this, at least my teams, I kind of made some rough drafts on Showdown of some stuff I kind of wanted to use. I had a team around Rayquaza and like Kyurem White. I seen somebody that pretty much had like the exact same team that I was going to be building, like almost a copy paste, like same team already that they built with Kyurem White, so I don't even know if I'm going to build that team at all anymore. And then I have a team around like Rayquaza, and there's a few other ones. I had one with Reshiram and Zekrom that was really like early stages of building, but I don't have like anything in game, unfortunately, which kind of sucks. So it might be a week or two until I'm able to get my own Regulation G teams for you guys and start putting some stuff together, especially when the ranked ladder starts up to use. But just kind of wanted to update you guys on that. Let's talk a little about this team. It's actually weakness policy Solgaleo with full metal body. Full metal body is pretty much like clear body. You're not able to have your stats lowered. So stuff like the Sandy Shocks with the booster energy, which I'm assuming is probably speed. With the bulldoze, you're not able to get your speed lowered, but you can also get the weakness policy boost, which is kind of cool. We'll see if try to make that work during this. But the booster energy Sandy Shocks, we'll see how that works. Really good offensive typing. The electric ground typing is really good offensively, so we'll see how that works. Especially with stuff like Kyogre running around and a few other stuff that, with a boost energy, that you should be able to outspeed, depending if it's scarfed or not, though, but you should be able to get some solid damage into some of that stuff. Clear Ambit Gouging Fire with the Howl, more of a, kind of a little bit more of a support, like, slash offensive set. We'll see how that does, mainly kind of paired with the Solgaleo, or the Ogerpon, I'm assuming. Standard Ogerpon on this team, not going to talk about it very much. Fairy Feather Flutter Mane, just a standard build. And then you got the Citrus Berry Moltres, which could be pretty good with the Terra Poison, so we'll see how that does. Got the Berserk there to give you the +1 boost. A few other things, we got Redirection with the Ogerpon on this team, and a few other things to kind of help it out. So without further ado, let's hop in some games with the team and see how it does. Alright, we're going against a really cool rain team. Not a Regulation G team, but like at least when I'm recording this as well, like Regulation G was just announced like 3 hours ago, so it's still really early, and a lot of people don't even have like teams put together, let alone probably didn't even realize it's announced yet. So at least currently as well, the ranked ladder is also down, so a lot of people from the ranked ladder are hopping onto the casual ladder to kind of play some games. So yeah, they're just taking a break probably, or starting to team build for Regulation G, one of those three. There's a Tornadus, Basket Legion, Politoed, Raichu, Amoonguss, and Blastoise. So what I want to bring here, I want to bring the Sandy Shocks. Looks really good. Sandy Shocks looks really good here. What else? Ogerpon looks incredibly good here. What else do I want to bring here? I want to bring the Solgaleo. It doesn't look too bad here. And it kind of comes down to whether I want to bring Flutter Mane or the Moltres here, I think. Moltres ain't too bad. I'm going to bring Flutter Mane, though. I think the one thing we might actually face with this team's kind of, especially if a lot of enemy teams you go against, if they're like fast teams or if they have like any type of speed control, like Icy Wind or that type of thing, or like Tailwind, I think this team can maybe kind of fall behind, because it's, apart from booster energy, Sandy Shocks, which I'm assuming speed booster, This team is a little bit slower. It's kind of like your mid-tier speed range for most things. Pleased with this. It's actually pretty good for me. It is speed booster, so that's what I thought. I can just T-Bolt here, but I think what he's going to do is he's going to go for Rage Powder. So I'm just going to go after the Amoonguss here. And then I'm going to go for a Horn Leech because I don't get affected. I'm a grass type, so I don't get affected by Rage Powder just to get some damage on him. He goes for Protect. What are you going to go for? Spore? Holy fuck. Let's see how much damage this actually does. Does nothing. Wow, it does nothing. That's Spit F Amoonguss. Horn Leech. Let me guess, he puts me to sleep. Yep. Who would have guessed an Amoonguss that spams Spore? Wouldn't have guessed that. That's probably like the fucking 10th Amoonguss I've went against tonight on the casual ladder. Just bulk recording for you guys. Don't know why everybody's using Amoonguss again, but it's here to stay, I guess. I'm just going to Earth Power again. I'm going to Earth Power and then I'm just going to go for Horn Leech. If he wants to switch, that's fine. I don't care. Rage Powder doesn't affect me because I'm a grass type, so it doesn't matter. I don't know if a Horn Leech will one-shot him, but like if he wants to go for Water Spout, then he ain't going to do any damage. Shell Smash. Okay, that's scary. That's kind of scary. I mean, the good thing is though, like he's low on health now, so like he can't go for a Water Spout. So he has Protect, Shell Smash. Like one of his two moves, probably Ice Beam and Water Spout. So if he only has Ice Beam, it's still not really that big of a deal. I think even at +1, I should be able to outspeed a Blastoise if I really want to. So I'm just gonna Earth Power if I somehow wake up, and then I'll Horn Leech again. Goes for Rage Powder again. Does he not know Rage Powder doesn't work versus me? Like he just saw it happen. I guess that's maybe if he wants the Sandy Shocks to wake up, but that's +2 Ice Beams at 2 KO. But I'm gonna get a shit ton of health back, so it doesn't matter. He rage quits! He rage quits! Oh, that's a great start to this. That's a great start to this team. That's a great one. Okay, well, I'll see you guys in the next match. I don't know if I'll include this or not, but he's out of here. He's gone. He's like, oh yeah, that Ice Beam, oh, it didn't kill him. Oh shit, I can't, I don't know what to do. Leave. Just leave. I got outplayed. We got another Regulation G team. Hopefully my opponent doesn't rage quit on me. But we actually got another Sun / I don't know, kind of a hybrid team. He has Ursaluna and a few other things on here. They're kind of strange, but opponent has the Gouging Fire, Blood Moon, Ursaluna, Ogerpon, Water, Tornadus, Venusaur, and Koraidon. So the one shitty thing here is I'm weak into Koraidon, especially if he's Terra Fire, which is the most common one. But I am Terra Water on this, running more of a bulky build, so see how that actually does. I think what I actually want to do here is I want to lead Solgaleo and I want to lead the Sandy Shocks. Funny enough, I'm going to try to go for the Bulldozer, like weakness policy shit and see how that works. Because I think at +1 I might be able to outspeed the Venusaur. It just comes down if he brings Tornadus or not, but I'm going to bring the Flutter Mane in the back, which is great into him. Especially in the Sun. I think I probably get a speed boost in the Sun if he sets that up for me. What else do I want to bring here? I could bring Ogerpon. My own Ogerpon isn't too bad into him. I just can't do anything to Koraidon though. That's kind of the main problem. Unless he goes Terra. I think I'll bring Gouging Fire here. If you guys liking the videos, leave a like, subscribe, share the video. Got a bunch more Regulation G content on the way for you guys. I'm trying to keep these videos around like 30-35 minutes, especially tonight when I'm kind of trying to bulk record a bunch of stuff for you guys. So I have uploads like daily for the next few days. It's gonna take forever to like edit everything, and I'm gonna try to see how much I can edit in a certain time I have, but if there isn't a crazy amount of matches in some of these videos, you guys gotta bear with me because I want to be able to feature as many teams as possible, so I have daily uploads and I'm able to like get everything going for you guys. So he leads with this. I'm forced to go Terra here, which kind of sucks. I'm forced to go Terra Water, and then I hopefully the Psychic Fang kills him. And then I'm gonna bulldoze. Withdraw. Let me guess you have Tornadus. Oh, Gouging Fire, you're gonna be taking a speed drop. That ain't too bad, especially in the sun. It's an attack booster, so getting the speed drop on that is actually really good. I'm just hoping he doesn't go for a Giga Drain on me and project like a Terra Water here. I don't know why he would. He would probably go after the Sandy Shocks, but I should speed him. I don't outspeed him, so I just get one-shotted by him. I live. So now I think at -1 I should outspeed him on the next turn. I don't get my boost though, which kind of sucks because I had to go Terra Water here to try to live. The reason why I went Terra Water is because I thought he was going to stay in with Groudon and go Terra Fire on me and just one-shot me with like either Flame Charge or Flare Blitz there, so that's why I don't get my policy boost, but I'm sure he's probably still has something to hit me with. He's probably going to try to hit me with like something else. He has a bunch of other shit. If he has Ogre Pawn, he can still hit me with for decent damage. It's Tornado, so I know his entire team now. It's really good. I have Rock Slide, which looks really good here as well. I'm just going to Rock Slide. I think Rock Slide looks really good. And I should be able to outspeed him too because he's at -1, even with a Tailwind boost. Sandy Shocks is faster, so he's forced to go for Burning Bulwark here, I think. Otherwise, he just gets destroyed. So I'm just going to Earth Power. He doesn't even bother going for Burning Bulwark. I'm pretty sure you're dead here, but unless he has Icy Wind. She does. I live. Solgaleo has Clear Body too, so like he gets a crit, but like it doesn't lower my speed. So I still should outspeed him here, and I do. Bad. Doing really good. Really good showcase for the Solgaleo on this team so far. We're playing really well. I think if my opponent would have stayed in on that first turn there though and like went Terra Fire, it would have been a little bit different, but or if he would have went for like a grass move on the Sandy Shocks, which I think would have one-shotted me, instead of like a non-stab Earth Power. I think that would have been a little bit better of a play for him, unless he doesn't have a grass move. Which is also kind of common because a lot of the Venusaurs suffer from like 4-move syndrome, because you want to run like Sleep Powder, Weather Ball, Giga Drain, Sludge Bomb, and a bunch of other shit. You can't run it all in the same moveset, which kind of sucks. I don't know, I could go for a Rock Slide here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to Psychic Fangs here, though. Psychic Fangs, and I'm a Thunderbolt here. It outspeeds me. I don't live. I don't live. Is that banded? That might be banded. I don't know. I thought I would live. So that's neutral. I don't know why I didn't live that. Get rid of the Thunderous, though, or the Tornadus, so it's a 1v3 now, and I have Flutter Mane in the back, but he still has a Terra he can use. I'm assuming I'm Speed Boost. Yeah, I am, so. He has no Tailwind either, so that was another weird Thunderous where I don't even know if they had Tailwind, unless either that or they just never went for it for some reason. I'm just going to Moonblast. If he goes Terra Fire here, that's fine. Then I get a super effective Earth Power on him. There's the Terra Fire. I should have went for Shadow Ball. Oh, he's actually Terra Steel, okay. I guess that works too. I think Terra Fire is a lot more common on your Sun teams though. Or at least makes a lot more sense. That does nothing. He can still maybe bring this back. It's going to be really close whether he brings it back or not. He's Terra Steel now though, so like what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go into the Gouging Fire. I'm not choice specs, so like I'm able to switch my moves up if on this next turn, so I'm able to go for Shadow Ball. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to go for Burning Bulwark, and I think because he's a Steel type now, he can get burned from that. So I'm just going to go for Shadow Ball here. Shadow Ball, and I'm going to Burning Bulwark on this turn. Expecting him to go for a Fighting type move, or a Dragon type move. There it is. There it is. Get outplayed. Get outplayed. There's the burn. There's no way he wins now. Get fucking outplayed. I think he just surrenders here. I don't know how he wins. I go for Heat Crash too. I have Heat Crash, which I guess technically I could have went for as well. I think Heat Crash and the Sun probably would have one-shotted him on that last turn. I probably would have lived a collision course. Unless he was choice banded. He could have been choice banded too because he one-shotted the Solgaleo. That's why he never switches moves up at all. That's probably why he's probably choice banded Koraidon. Just come to think of it there actually. So not bad. I'll see you guys in another match. Alright, we're here with another game. We're going to get against yet another weather team. I don't know what it is with weather on the ladder tonight, but like I'm going against like constant rain teams or constant sun teams. Really, really weird. I don't know, like every other game's a weather match, so. Which kind of sucks because Solgaleo is a steel type, so going against all these fire types and all this sun weather, it's not really the greatest. What do I do here, though? He has Roaring Moon, which I'm assuming is probably his Tailwind setter here. What do I want to do here? Funny enough, Ogerpon actually doesn't look too bad here. Doesn't look too bad in this match. I think the Gouging Fire, I'm not sure if it's attack boost. It looks like it's a speed booster one, so that could be kind of interesting. I'm going to bring the Gouging Fire here. I'm going to bring Gouging Fire Solgaleo lead. I think that's what I'm going to try to do. Because if he brings Sun, I can go for, get the free speed boost. What else do I want to bring? I'll bring Flutter. It looks great here. I'm going to bring Moltres. Actually, Moltres doesn't look too bad here. He comes down if he brings Walking Wake or not. That could be kind of a problem, but we'll find out. It's kind of a problem going against these Sun teams too. Kind of just depends what they bring. If I don't bring the right stuff, then I kind of get put into a bad spot where I can't really battle very well against him. He does bring Walking Wake, so that's the worst case scenario there. Oh, that's no good. Seems really, like, looking at this team, too, like, kind of just looking at this team, like, the team is kind of weak to Walking Wake, it really is. Because, like, especially in the Sun, like, the Walking Wake outspeeds the Sandy Shocks. It's good into the Solgaleo unless I Terra. It's good into the Gouging Fire, like, I guess Ogerpon kind of walls it if I Terra, but apart from Ogerpon, like, I really don't have much for Walking Wake. I guess maybe the Flutter main if he doesn't have Sun, or if I'm able to outspeed him. Apart from that, though, Walking Wake's kind of a problem for this team. I mean, I can go Terra Fairy here if I really want to. I can go Terra Fairy and Dragon Claw him. I think that's what I'm going to have to do here, and I'm going to protect. Oh, he's going to Terra too. What are you, Terra Fairy too? Or Terra Water? Terra Water, okay. I'm predicting a Dragon type move, but like, I think probably the most consistent play actually is probably just go for like Sun boosted Hydro Steam. So I'm still probably dead here. I'm probably just wasting my Terra for nothing. Okay, that's good. Okay, Flamethrower, that's good. If I can get some solid damage on him here, I can... Okay, that does nothing. That does nothing. Eruption, I'm gonna take a shit ton of damage back, so it doesn't really matter. Does not matter very much. I mean, I can go for what I really could do here is I can go for Burning Bulwark, but I just don't see no point in protecting here at all. I think I just want to go for damage. I have Rock Slide, so I think that's what I go for here, just try to get some damage on the Torkoal. I don't even know if I live a Flamethrower in the sun. I live barely. Oh, I forgot I have Weakness Policy. I forgot about the Weakness Policy, so he's going to take a +2 Rock Slide. If I can land this. He's Life Orb too, I didn't even realize that. This might actually change the game here, yo. +2 Rock Slide is going to change the game. Doesn't do enough to the Torkoal, but I get rid of the Walking Wake, that's huge. Walking Wake's a huge problem for this team, so getting it out of here is really good. I think I still just die to an Eruption here, though. He still gets a double down on me. I live on 18. Don't know if it really matters that much, though. Going to the Venusaur here. I don't know if does Venusaur actually outspeed me, especially when I have a speed booster, I'm not sure. Because I'm speed boost, I don't know if that actually outspeeds me. I don't know, I'm just going to go for Heat Crash here. Go for Heat Crash. I'm just going to double into the Venusaur, like I'm not really even worried about the Torkoal because it's at a low amount of health. I think that's what I could do here. I could also try to stall out his Sun if I really wanted to, but I think I just go after the Venusaur here. Sleep Powder, and he misses. Oh wow, what a crucial miss. Sucks to be him, because I think he dies here now, actually. That's the shitty thing about Sleep Powder, he gets fucked for it. Wow. You're running the 75% accurate Sleep Powder, and he just gets that low roll. Gouging Fire drops here, that's fine, I don't really care. Did a shit ton of damage, it was around long enough, I got value. I wish the SOLGALEO was able to put in a little bit more work. Having the Walking Wake there was kind of a bad matchup, same with the Torkoal lead was pretty bad, having the Sun going against that, and deciding what I had to go for Terra on the first turn was kind of a bad spot. If he's a AV Entei, he still has a chance to win here. If he's AV, I'm just going to Fiery Wrath. I'm going to Fiery Wrath here, and then I'm going to... I could Protect. Which I can maybe do here. I'm going to Protect. So I think he's down. He's running out of Sun turns. I outspeed the Entei. That's surprising. Can I get a flinch? Sacred Fire. Okay, that's great. Made a good play. I should be able to easily live a Lava Plume. Plus, he's also damaging his own Entei too, which takes some chip damage, so doesn't really matter that much. I actually outspeed the Entei, so considering that, I'm just going to Fiery Wrath again, and I'm just going to go for Shadow Ball. He must be running, he's running that's a really bulky Entei, that's why we outspeed him. He's running no speed. That must be like a really, I got a crit there, that mattered 100%. That must be like AV Entei with like a shit ton of bulk and like no speed. That's what that shit is. Really interesting. Not bad though, we still get the dub. A lot of Weather Wars for some reason. Everybody's using Weather on the ladder. I think it's mainly because Kyogre and Groudon and Koraidon and all this other shit's introduced, so... A lot of really good Weather setter you're able to use and just kind of slap a lot of cool stuff together now, so... Let's talk a little bit about this team. Alright, as for this team, is SOLGALEO really good? At least with this team, I just had a real hard time to kind of make it work most of the time. I think Weakness Policy it takes a lot to kind of set up. I think if it had like a build more not like reliant on having the Weakness Policy, I think it'd be a little bit better. But then again, I don't know what item you'd really run on this thing to make it like not reliant on the weakness policy, like in general. But overall, I think SOLGALEO, the main reason why it's kind of being held back, I think it's mainly the Psychic and the Steel typing, which really isn't the greatest. It's okay offensively, like it's the same typing as like Metagross, which offensively is pretty good, but like defensively, and being that you're slower than a lot of like the really fast stuff currently, like Fluttermane, Calyrex, Shadow Rider is another one which you gotta look out for. There's a bunch of other stuff that just outspeeds you and does a shit ton of damage to you. Unless you like Terra, or even then you still take like a bunch of neutral damage from stuff. So I don't know if we're going to be seeing that much SOLGALEO this season for Regulation G, but really cool mon, really fun to use, at least from what I've used it for this team. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys want to use this team, rental code up in the corner, show the creators of the team some support, and pokepaste should be down below in the description. Apart from that, hope you guys enjoyed. I think the one thing on this team actually brought the least, funny enough, was actually the Ogerpon. I think I only brought it for like one match, but like the reason why I never brought it very much is just because I was going against like so many like Sun and like Rain teams. The Rain teams I brought it to, it just didn't do anything, and like I ended up just doing really well versus a lot of those. Or like the Sun teams, I just never would bring it to, so I just kind of got unlucky like matchup wise. There's a few games in like the testing matches where I was going to bring it, but kind of just ended up really working out. Same with the Moltres, I think I only brought like 1 or 2 games, but I think just kind of based off of the matchups I was having tonight. So, like I said, if you guys enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe, share the video. I'm going to get out of here. If you guys enjoyed, I have a bunch more Regulation G content on the way you guys don't want to miss, including some of my teams coming up hopefully in the next week or two, once I have some time to start building. Apart from that, I'm going to get out of here. Thanks for watching, everybody.